toasting, joking too. Sipping and roasting is what we do. Light 'em up, drink 'em down. Whiskey and cigars all around. Cheers, y'all.
That sounds like a party just about to happen, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this fine radio program, podcast, and video extravaganza, known internationally as the world-famous Smoking and Toasting. Our program's all about craft beer, fine spirits, and hand-rolled cigars. We will discuss all of those things. We will drink some of those things. It's tough to drink a cigar, but, you know, it could happen, I suppose.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah, right. But we are thrilled to have you with us for show number 471. And Copperhead Brewing is in the studio today, so this is exciting.
It's pretty exciting.
Welcome to Bart from Copperhead.
Thank you very much. I'm really happy to be here with you guys.
Brewery here in our local Houston area that we're excited about sampling and tasting. And I didn't realize why Ian was so excited about this particular show until I saw the number of higher alcohol beers that were brought in today. I was like, okay, yeah, you figured my partner out.
Also,
that's
they've
for sure.
been discussing the precise degrees at which it should be served at.
Oh yeah, so this is.
We're going to leave these out of the fridge for a second. We're going to have these. Yeah.
I think I have an idea for a new invention. It'd be like a little sleeve, kind of like a koozie, but you slide your beer down in it and it registers the temperature.
Ooh.
So that you will know if this is optimum beer.
Would it be a
temperature.
cold activated sleeve?
Well, yeah, if the mountains turn blue on the sleeve, then you are
They named that very friendly. What that actually is an early warning system for Coors beer.
Yeah, it's like basically what it means is if these mountains aren't blue, don't go anywhere near this can.
Be afraid.
Don't even think about it.
But you know, that would be a good koozie, a good light koozie.
That would
They
be
should
an
have
awesome
one
koozie.
at
That'd be
the
a good
sharper
koozie.
image or something
That's
like
a
that,
good idea.
right?
Now, every now and then when it's late at night,
AI
and
is working on it right now.
Yeah.
doing the dishes.
Now that we've said it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I do the dishes right before I go to bed, and I like to enjoy beer sometimes while I'm doing the dishes. And every now and then I'll be in that mood, and I'll go to my beer fridge and realize I didn't stock it, that the beer's like in the closet and that it's not cold. So I have learned the fastest way so far to cool a beer down from, room temperature to, something better. And I'll share that with you. This is a life hack.
Free tip.
Yeah, life hack. What you do is you take a paper towel, you dampen it, kind of wring out most of the excess moisture, but it's still nice and wet. You wrap that towel around the can or bottle, kind of smash to it. Then you put that in the freezer. It will freeze faster, and not even freeze, but it'll get cold much faster. And that's my hack. I can do that at the beginning of the dishes, and by the end, I'm enjoying a cool, frosty beverage. So there's your life hack. Paper towel, water, freezer. That's it.
Just one YouTube short later, and it's ready.
That's right. Why did clip this out? Put it up as a YouTube short.
That out.
Yeah. So
I'm with you on that one.
what's that?
I said I would have just had a stout and drank it warm.
Yeah,
It is what it is.
And that would have worked as well. So anyway, welcome to the show. We'll be tasting beers from Copperhead Brewing, and in addition to that, we brought in a nice sort of oblong-shaped, hard-angle bottle of Sagamore rye. This is the small batch.
It's a very austere-looking bottle.
It really is. And you mentioned you'd actually been to the Sagamore distillery.
I have. When me and my wife went to Baltimore early last year, we happened to be in the area. We were like, hey, Sagamore's right around the corner. So we spent an evening over there. It was really nice. Had a cigar out back. Had rye whiskey.
Nice.
It was pretty sweet looking over the bay there.
They are definitely known for their rye, so we'll get into some of it here on the program. We'll also tell you about some cigars to watch for, some things that are going on in the world of spirits, and this whole thing about, we'll talk a little more about this whole sort of recession that the craft brewing industry finds itself in, and get your perspective on that, which I think will be fun to see what you say. So cool. So with all of that going on, we will also be bringing you our regular features here on the program. In a few moments, we'll bring you the Drunken Fact. This is something you can share, at a party or something when you're looking to drop some knowledge, sound, maybe like you're a little bit of an intellectual while you're at the party.
Erudite, if you will.
And it helps, by the way, if the people at the party have already been drinking a little bit, because then you drop this knowledge bomb
That guy's
and you come
smart.
off like
Ever
a
notice
really
that everything
smart
on this
person.
show helps a little bit if you've been drinking?
Well, it's kind of like drinking news. It's sometimes, but not always about drinking, but it's always best enjoyed if you've been drinking. So I'll go ahead and give you our drinking news teaser headline for drinking news coming up in the second hour of the show. This thing kind of sucks. That's the headline, not a description of drinking news, but it might be apropos.
Not my ukulele either.
It might be
Ukulele's
apropos,
cool.
yeah. And the drunken fact, which I mentioned, we'll pass that along to you here in just a few minutes, but we'll go ahead and give you the teaser. The teaser headline for the drunken fact today is: I had to take my Gator to Walter Reed Medical Center.
Oddly specific.
It is indeed. Cigar Aficionado has released a list of 9 short cigars for the colder weather.
Oh.
So I don't know if we have any more colder weather coming up here in Houston or not,
done.
but still plenty of people around the country still
Winter's
will
over.
have some. Yeah. It lasted about
It seems
7
like
days.
Yeah. Okay.
Lasted about 7 days, and they were cold and very uncomfortable, and I'm glad to be out
We're
of them.
back in shorts.
That's right. Shorts it is, baby.
People listening in Michigan right now are like,
yeah.
what?
Yeah. So a lot of fun stuff going on. Let's go ahead and get to the drunken fact. Terry, would you mind giving us our little
All
info?
And now it's time for another smoking and toasting drunken fact.
The pause only made it better.
Yeah,
I just want to say
that's the Bluetooth.
The pause only made it better. So
Bluetooth mouse.
just so you know, Bart, the only reason we continue to do this feature is because we all love that
The
fanfare so
music,
much.
exactly. I was going to say that's
It was originally the drinking fact, and it kind of ran out of facts about drinking, so we changed the whole premise of the bit just so we could keep playing the fanfare.
Drunken fact.
But here's your drunken fact for today. Drop this at a party next time you want to sound like you know things. A French general gave President John Quincy Adams a pet alligator. Adams kept it in one of the White House bathtubs and enjoyed showing it off. It could also be a powerful governmental tool, too, if you think about it. It's like, you will vote for my budget bill, Senator, or you'll get a visit from Wally here from my bathtub.
Wally Gator.
Wally Gator.
Wally Gator.
Exactly.
Glad you
Wow.
picked up on that.
But-
I didn't know if that would land or not.
The thought of a U.S. president, though, keeping a gator in a bathtub, and of course, there's
In
got to
the
be
White
lots
House.
of there's lots of bathrooms, so we just don't use that one all the time. But him then taking people over there is very almost Floridian to be like, "Hey, you want to go see my gator? I got it right here. Yep, look."
There are rumors that Trump had a gator, but apparently it escaped when he demolished the East Wing and the facade was all open there, and the gator just slipped out. So, yeah, so it may be
Loose on the
roaming
grounds.
Washington
Yeah.
D.C. as we speak. But don't
Living
worry,
in the sewers.
don't worry, ice patrols are on the job, so we'll have it all taken care of for you. One of the traditions that we do here on the show is something we call the beverage of mystery. And the way this works is one of us brings a beverage of mystery in. I was talking about this before the show, and you mentioned you might have had a good beverage of mystery
I would
to
have
bring
loved
in.
to have bring
All right,
a
well,
beverage of mystery.
Next time you're on,
You got
assuming that Ian likes
Likes
any
me,
of your
yeah,
higher
exactly.
alcohol beers that you brought.
We'll see.
Next time you're on, we'll have we'll
I
let you
will
bring
be
in the
happy
beverage of
to
mystery.
bring the mystery.
The beverage of mystery is a little something that we do where the only person who knows what it is the person what brung it. It can be any kind of beverage, alcoholic or non, although usually they've got some kind of accelerant, shall we say, involved in them.
I just want to point out that I have 4 of his beers right here next to me.
Yeah.
And
Weren't there originally 5?
well, there's a couple in the fridge, but this one right
no, I
here
thought maybe you'd
is
already
starting at a
consumed.
paltry 10%.
Okay, well, there you go.
And then they go up to like 16%.
You're making my point. Exactly. So, but before we get to that, we have to deal with the potential disappointment of the beverage of mystery. And Terry, if you could, thank you.
The beverage of mystery.
So we try this kind of sight unseen, and then we'll reveal what the beverage
Sweetly
of mystery actually
fruity.
It
is.
smells peachy, maybe.
It does smell peachy.
It smells a bit like those Haribo Peachios.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
little peach
yeah.
rings.
Right? Yeah,
Yeah.
peach rings. Yeah.
How do you say that?
Peachy Haribos?
Yeah, I
Haribo?
always called them Haribo's.
Haribo, yes. I don't know. I think there's an I, an extra.
But I don't know. I don't know. So, all right. It definitely smells. I get more of a berry smell.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. It is very berry,
I get peachy.
Okay.
but peachy.
It's like Peach Pit.
What have you tasted there so
Not the
far?
band. The band's actually pretty cool.
What have you tasted there so far, Ian, besides the peach?
This is not the worst thing we've had.
That is true, because we've
Thank
had.
God.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
last,
you very much.
It's a good thing you weren't here last week. Last week was atrocious. It was that
It left me
coconut
wanting
water.
to shave my
Oh,
tongue.
coconut water.
Oh, it was awful. Coconut water with some kind of accelerant.
That was like, was that the Shaquille one?
No, although
that
that
was
was
that was terrible,
Boombox,
too.
That was all-
Beatbox of
No,
a
that
couple
was
weeks
all-
ago. That was raspberry watermelon. Raspberry,
So this is not the
lemonade.
worst. This is not great flavor by any means. It's peachy. At least it's not sticky sweet.
right. and
Stronger
it
on the nose than it is. in
doesn't
the-
seem to have too bad of a lingering saccharine aftertaste.
Right.
Yeah, not too much.
Which a
carbohydrate.
lot of
Me
these
for it.
do.
What are you
Tastes
thinking?
like peach Asti Spumani fucked a seltzer bottle. Wait, that's not what that tastes like?
Yeah, that's kind of on point. So,
Is that a beverage of mystery in your pocket, or are you just happy to be here?
I'm
I'm
so
just
happy.
happy to be here. But it is also
I'm so happy to be here. You are trying Neutral, Nutrul.
close.
It says
It's
vodka,
so I was wrong.
seltzer, and real juice, and it's not peach; it's strawberry.
Ooh, swinging a
Boy,
miss
did they
by
miss
me.
strawberry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't smell strawberry.
It looks
I
kind
smell
of more.
peach.
Okay, even once you
guess now
said
I go
strawberry,
back.
I don't get strawberry. I get peach.
I get peach.
It
I
does
want
have
it
a
to
real.
smell like strawberry.
It does have a real peachy taste to it, though,
Yeah.
doesn't it? Yeah.
It's not bad. But
I would put it in the upper
Sticking with
5% of
my
beverages
earlier-
of mystery
Yeah.
that we've
Yeah.
tried.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, most of
Oh,
them are
thank
pretty
you.
bad.
yeah.
A lot, really.
Some are really.
Have you
bad.
actually tried some of these things?
No.
Some of them are so bad.
No, I'm sticking with my description.
We have found a few gems, but more than a few that are just that make you question
what
the
are they
board
thinking?
meeting
Yes.
where they approved this and go, that's the one. Go with that one. I'll be burping it for days. Go with that one. You know.
Is it for people
No,
that don't
worry,
like
the
beer?
beer
Yeah.
will cover it.
Yeah.
I got
Well,
this.
yeah,
But
beer will
once
cover
Once you
it.
get to
Here's the
King
thing
of
about-
Terrors, trust me, you're home.
Here's the thing, though, about so many of these beverages. These things have taken over much of the drinking space. The pre-made canned cocktails, the seltzers.
You're right.
The,
I wonder what the percentage of
the percentage?
sales on something is this compared to beer. You know,
4.5.
alcohol sales.
Oh,
I wonder how
God.
much they've taken of that because they do take a lot of space in the
so
stores.
here's how I kind of
Where craft
judge.
beer is going.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, yeah. Here's how
They
I kind
also
of judge.
they
that.
also put it in a skinny can so you feel thinner drinking.
That's right. And that's part of the psychology, I think, of it. It's why Michelob Ultra's in the
That's right, that's right.
slim cans. But I remember when the whole craft beer boom sort of began, you watched the space at wherever you buy beer, right? And the space for Budweiser and Miller and Coors just kept getting kind of smaller and smaller, and the craft beer space kept getting larger and larger. Now the craft beer space seems to be shrinking, although not as fast, but it seems to be shrinking, and it's a lot of these kind of beverages that are taking over the shelf space.
That depends on your neighborhood, because in my neighborhood, the craft beer space is literally 1.5 cooler doors.
And it's all
And
Shiner
then,
Bock, right?
and then, well, yeah, they had
That's true.
yeah, basically Shiner Bock and all the usual suspects, and then the seltzer and all the other adjunct stuff is like the whole rest of the
Yeah.
aisle.
Oh, yeah. Peach teas and
So you got
all kinds of
macrobrew, macrobrew, tiny little thing, and then seltzers. and
We got to
stuff.
get you to a better store.
Man, I wish my HEB was better.
We will take a break and be back. We have some more tasting to do, including we're going to get started on the beers next segment because we got a number of them here, and we're really excited. So stand by. It's Smoking and Toasting. Copperhead Brewing from Houston is in the house. Welcome back. It's Smoking and Toasting. Our program is all about craft beer, fine spirits, and hand-rolled cigars. And I just want to issue a personal thank you to Bart from Copperhead Brewing, because you brought beers in today that are in bottles. In my mind, that's what beer's supposed to go in.
We don't do any cans.
I'm just not a big fan of the can thing. I've learned to live with it. I'll pour the cans into a frosty glass and enjoy it that way. But there's something about I don't know if you've ever noticed this, but if you're watching like a show on Netflix or something, right? And the main character has had a tough day and he arrives home at the end of the day. First thing he does is goes to the refrigerator, pulls out not a can, but a bottle of
More
beer,
satisfying for the
pops it
viewer.
open and starts drinking it while he, contemplates who murdered the perp or something. It's always bottled and it always looks so delicious and it makes me go, I really want a beer right now.
That's only because that scene takes too long. If you go grab a can, stab a hole in it, and pull the top while you're drinking it down.
That's true. And I have seen some movies and shows that do that. But they all have the guys from Jackass in them. So
See what a nice nose this has.
Yeah,
versus,
It does.
Sorry,
I can tell that y'all have set these up. The way y'all have set these up is from Terry to Ian. These are going to be the ones that these strawberries smelling
Terry's
delicious. This is mine.
Terry's
and
gonna love these
all
in
the
the
way
beginning.
to Ian Motor Oil.
all right, so tell me what this is.
This is called Wildberry Sour. It's something that we released last month.
Now,
It is. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say the difference between the fruit on the nose, between this and the neutral vodka, like there's no comparison. This is like walking into a berry patch.
Yes, and that's
Yeah.
why it's got its name.
Like
We
this smells like
used
fruit. That smells like Play-Doh.
Yeah. Where do y'all get your artificial fruit flavoring?
Hey, for the
I'm
record,
sorry. We use the real deal.
Oh,
We use
okay.
real raspberries, real
you can
blackberries,
really
real
tell.
blackcurrant. To
and
do
for
it.
the
you can
record,
really tell.
with the right additives, Play-Doh can be delicious. But that's that's a whole.
But it has to have
other,
real fruit.
Well, it
That's a
doesn't
whole
have to
other
have
show.
any additive. You don't just eat.
No,
eat your
that
Play-Doh.
neutral tastes a little more like ground up peach crayon.
Wow. So I just had my
This
first.
is so good.
It's so tart.
It'll mellow out in a few sips, but
It's
yes.
so
it's
tart,
amazing.
but in a very very
This is
good way.
amazing.
Terry's loving
Yes,
this.
this is
This
amazing.
is really good.
Is
This
this
is
a
right here,
regular release? Is this something people can find?
So right now we have bottles and it's on tap. We'll probably rotate in and out of different sours, but we always want to keep a sour on tap.
And do you have a lot of people carry away beers when they come and visit you?
Luckily, we do. A lot of people take our stuff to go, as Conroe is kind of out of the way for a lot of people.
Sure. Conroe's a little to the north of Houston proper, but this city is so sprawling. It's kind of like Southern California.
If you're coming down
you know?
45 and you're coming through Conroe, by the way, you are not far off the beaten path.
No, sir, we're less than half mile off.
Yeah,
the
I mean,
freeway.
it's
we're right there at 45.
If you take the
and
time to get
105.
to the brewery and back, you probably are looking at a 10-minute max detour.
This is
It's worth it.
This is a delicious sour. One of the things that I really like about it is it doesn't have. If it does, I can't taste it or discern it, but it doesn't have that lactose vibe that a lot of sours
we
have.
don't do lactose.
I feel like this is more pure.
I
you know?
love this berries that so you've raspberry, blackberry, and
Blackcurrant.
Blackcurrant.
Yes, sir.
You know, a lot of people don't use blackcurrant. It's very
love
popular
currant.
in Europe. I noticed when I was over in London at one time, it's incredible. They have a lot of currant juice and stuff over there, and I can really taste the currant. It is amazing
Yes.
in a beer. I've
Thank
never
you.
thought of that. It
I
is
will,
amazing.
I will admit, and I've had blackcurrant tea and some other things, but
love
I'm
blackcurrant
not
tea.
sure exactly if I can identify blackcurrant as a flavor.
And that's the only reason I can't. I mean, they
It's
had
the flavor
blackcurrant
right
juice.
before the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really, I mean, they had blackcurrant juice over in London all the time at Sainsbury's and stuff, just like you would have grape juice and stuff. But over here, you don't see it as much in, the regular stores.
And if you've
or
ever
anything.
had iced tea at Empire Cafe,
Dude.
I love Empire.
that's the blackcurrant tea.
That's
it's so
really good. That's really good. And while we're at it, if you want to talk about iced tea, the mango iced tea at now I'm going to forget the name of the place. It's a chain. They're like a slightly healthier, good place
Oh,
to get
juice.
salads.
Have you been to Bread Zeppelin?
No,
Because they have an iced tea.
no,
like
but
that
I
too.
want to go now just
Yep.
just from knowing the name. That's
I'm
awesome.
there.
That's awesome. I just want to mention, sours to me are like real, like interesting to taste but I don't often like drink them and go, I want another one of those. This has that quality to it. Like,
Thank you.
I would drink this and say, let's open another
The
one.
singular quality on the end of this that makes that happen is that it finishes more like a wine almost. It finishes crisp, it finishes dry, and it doesn't linger the sour.
It's also not overly carbonated, so it has just that little bit of like mouthfeel that really works for
I
this
love the
flavor.
carbonation in it, yeah.
This is really good.
And
We
like
are
you say, the black
incredibly
currant.
lucky. Sorry, go ahead.
The black currant is amazing in it. I mean, it really, really finishes it off.
I like it.
Copperhead is really lucky to have Seth Ernest as our brewmaster. Absolutely amazing. Guy
We're-
puts together the best recipes, makes the best beer.
So we've got about a minute left in this segment, and I don't know if that will be long enough to explain, but when you're building a brewery, how do you go about finding that guy? The guy that's going to be the brewmaster. Now, it may have been somebody you already knew. I don't know.
It was Seth. So Copperhead is almost 11 years old. Seth came out of St. Arnold's 11 years ago, and he and his dad built Copperhead from scratch, by hand, each piece.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice. That's a success story. We'll talk about success or failure in the brewing world coming up because there's a lot of both going on right now, and we want to celebrate the successes and cry a little over the failures. So we'll get to a little bit of that. Plus, we'll find out what Ian's been smoking this week, and and no one knows. We will also do a little more tasting, although I don't know if I want to taste anything more than a little bit extra of this. This is really good. We'll be right back. It's Smoking a Toast. Welcome back. It's Smoking and Toasting. Oh, my God. Okay, so this is going to be a good show, the rest of it, I promise. Forget about those first couple of segments we did. The rest is going to be awesome. Welcome to the program. We're all about craft beer, fine spirits, and hand-rolled cigars. And speaking of craft beer, Ian has just opened another one from Copperhead Brewing. Ian, while he's pouring that, why don't you tell me about what you had the opportunity to smoke this week?
Man o' War.
Man of War.
Man o' War.
All right.
This is a blend made by a guy named Abdel Joseph Fernandez. I don't know if
I've
you've
heard of him. Yeah.
Some
Never
people call
mind
him,
that I.
Some people call him AJ.
Can I just tell you, that's the first time I've ever heard his first name said without AJ. I did not know that was what the A stood for.
Well, I happen to recognize it right away, but then again, I have a poster of the guy on the wall in my man cave. So
I believe that.
yeah.
I believe that.
You know, it's like so. I actually have a screensaver, like a home screen on my iPad. I'll pull it up for
It's
you
just
while
him
Ian's
relaxing
doing
on
his.
a Shea lounge.
Yeah. I'll pull it up for you while Ian's telling us about.
Is
the
that you
cigar that he smoked.
superimposed with AJ Fernandez? So this is the man.
I said to Grok, superimpose me with AJ Fernandez.
And take everyone's clothes off.
This is the Man o' War Puro Authentico. Are you familiar with this one at all? It's
I am,
a
actually.
5x52 Corona with a Nicaraguan Habano Maduro wrapper, Nicaraguan binder, Nicaraguan filler. So Puro, there he is.
I'm telling you,
The
I
man.
told you I had him as a screensaver.
Yeah, it went away.
Oh, it went away. There he is, AJ himself.
He's over there.
But and I've been like crushed to learn that apparently he's not that nice of a guy. He
No,
was
don't meet your heroes.
He was like very nice to us when we met him, but then again, everything was going through an interpreter.
He's supposed the interpreter was softening it up.
Yeah.
He seemed nice enough.
I'm pretty sure he said pendejo, but you didn't. You didn't.
on.
He meant it in a friendly way.
Yeah.
So the appearance of the cigar: espresso brown wrapper, veiny, oily, leathery, with a shaggy foot and a pigtail on the other end.
Yeah.
With a single textured black band with gold with the Centurion helmet on it. It's a awesome looking band.
Yeah,
it's so simple
Man
and
Awards
killer.
Great. You showing
you go.
Ian a picture
Don't
of
And
himself?
then,
smile. I don't want you to know. I'm trying to get a picture of you.
The pre-light sniff on this, mocha and earth, malt and sweet coffee, medium firmness overall. I don't know why I didn't put that in the pre-light sniff instead of in
Sounds
the
like my
appearance.
first wife.
The initial light on this, Nicaraguan pepper blast.
Yeah, I'm not surprised in a matter.
I mean, like, boom.
yeah.
It was crazy, including notes of pepper over a backdrop of pepper. Black, red, green, and a kiss of cayenne and cinnamon.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Pepper.
all the pepper.
It's all pepper.
It's
yeah.
all the pepper.
all pepper all the time.
The retro hail was also peppery,
Yeah.
with a little bit of toast and slightly sweet. The first third of the cigar, rich and full-bodied, earth and bold pepper dominate the roasty treat. Dark roasted coffee, malt, and bitter chocolate run through the palate like veins of ore through a mine. The retrohale is peppery and toasty with a hint of sweet malt, solid ash, good burn. Proposed pairing on this, coffee.
Yeah.
I mean, coffee all day long. Anything with coffee in it. So a good stout with
Bart
coffee, right?
pointing to
King
one of his
Tears.
beers. Yeah.
Or I was thinking, and I didn't try it because it was this morning, but maybe like an aged rum or something like that might go well with it as well, like the Zacapa, the Macambo, something along those lines. The second third of this is my palate adapts to the pepper. I find some leather and underlying toast and campfire with a gentle nutty sweetness. I just said that wrong. The retrohale is peppery and sweet coffee, solid ash, good burn. The last third is rounding the last third while the pepper remains consistent. Gritty mocha and rich dark coffee with hints of cayenne and cinnamon take it to the finish line. The retrohale is peppery and sweet coffee, solid ash, good burn. Price to quality at $7 ish. That's what if you walk into.
And what size was this?
This is Corona, 5x52. So it's not a real big cigar.
Yeah.
At $7, I give it a solid 6.
Oh, nice.
It is a powerhouse, and
Nice.
it's perfectly balanced. At the $3 to $4, which I bought it on sale, I give it an 8. It's
Wow.
so
8's
good.
a big score. Our price to quality scale is a 1 to 10 scale, but 5 means that you got what you paid for.
Okay.
So
I
if
see.
you give
Okay.
something a 6,
Yes.
it's like punched a little bit over its weight class. You give something an 8, it's like, wow.
If you find it online, and as far as I know, the only companies that carry the Man of War are Cigars International and Cigar Page, right?
Yeah, I've seen it on both
So I
of
think
those.
it's only online. I don't think I've ever
Maybe.
seen it in person. I could be wrong. But when you buy it online, if you buy it in a special, I think I got mine for somewhere between $3 and $4 per stick. It's outrageous at that price.
Love it. Oh, absolutely love it. Tell you about my cigar for this week, and then we'll taste this beer. I smoked a cigar that Ian gave me. It was the Punch Gran Puro Nicaragua Robusto. And now the Punch Gran Puro, which showcases Honduran tobacco, has been a popular cigar and Punch's lineup for a number of years. So it's not surprising that Punch put together a Nicaraguan version of this cigar, and it was very kind of my friend and co-host Ian to give me one of
guy's
these
all right.
recently. And I sat down to smoke that this week. Nice looking cigar. By the way, kudos to the Punch people for realizing that the original bands on these, which were kind of a sickeningly lime green color scheme, it sort of clashed with the normal Punch look. It was kind of goofy. They've changed the band colors to a much less garish blue and red now. It looks a lot better, which you'll see in the photos if you're watching the video of the show. The Punch Gran Puro Nicaragua uses all Nicaraguan binder and filler, including the Hero tobacco from Esteli in the filler mix and a Connecticut broadleaf wrapper around the whole thing. So I was expecting this to be a pretty powerful cigar. I used a V-cut to get things started. Got notes of cedar and chocolate chips on the cold draw. The draw was a little tight, so I used my Perfect Draw cigar tool, opened it up a little bit more. That worked. Initial flavors from the first third were earthy and rich. Espresso bean and cocoa powder came along in the first wave, followed by cedar and a sort of a loamy soil on the finish. Although the flavors were not quite big, the Gran Puro Nicaragua was not as peppery as a lot of Nicaraguan cigars, seeming to concentrate more on the earthy notes. Second third did bring a little more pepper, but it was still not the dominant flavor note. Earthiness maintained its position in front, but I also started to notice a considerable sort of savoriness, like a meatiness. I didn't think it had been there in the first third as well, but it may have been. I just didn't identify it until the second third. The maltiness reminded me a little bit of root beer as I smoked through the final third. Strength started out medium, but was almost completely full by the time I started to burn my fingers on the nub. Flavors swirled around like they were dancing from almost the first puff until I finally begrudgingly had to stop because there was very little cigar actually left. I'll admit, this one surprised me a little, and in a very good way. Suggested pairing, I would say something straightforward. I'm thinking a nice Shiner Bock or a really good porter would go well with this. Maybe even better, Dalmore cigar malt, if you can find it. That'll work. Or if you can afford it, I should say. Construction gave me no problems once I opened up the drawer in the beginning. Punch Gran Puro Nicaragua is pretty affordable. In today's terms, it's a $7 to $8 cigar in the Robusto size, which I will tell you I thoroughly enjoyed. Thank you, Ian, for a really enjoyable smoke. Price to quality, I give it a solid 6.
Yeah.
And had I picked it up for, some sort of a discount price, that number would go even higher.
Yeah.
It's a really, really good cigar.
This is an interesting one, right?
Yeah, really good. What's that?
Well, it was free. You can't get it much cheaper than that.
So it's a 12 on the 1 to 10
There,
scale.
see, yes.
It's a 12.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, that works. Tell me about this beer that Ian has poured us here.
So, Ian
Or you poured it.
I
Or you
poured
poured
it,
it.
but I'll give
Bart
Ian
poured
credit.
the
It's
beer.
all good. This is Mongoose Slayer. This is our double IPA. So this is a 9% IPA.
Oh.
Easy to drink, though. It will fool you because it does not taste like 9%, as it's fooled me several times.
Fool me once.
This is shame.
That's okay.
Fool me, won't get fooled again.
Won't get fooled again.
Big hop oil,
Till
so
next
it
time.
should be a mouthfeel that
This is-
stays with you a bit.
This is wonderful, and it's got that.
It almost has, bear with me, you know how pineapple has almost a spiciness to it? It has that kind of thing. It doesn't taste like pineapple, but it has that kind of almost pineapple-y spice to it.
I love that it has that floral nature to it. That I remember, the first IPA that I ever in my life went crazy for was Harpoon IPA from Harpoon Brewery out of Boston, and it had such a floral quality to it. I pick up a little bit of that in this, but also, as you were saying, that just kind of like grabs you right away. This is a good IPA. What is the ABV on this?
9. That's a big, strong IPA.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, but it doesn't kind of hit you like a 9.
No, it will later.
I mean, it's only going up from here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's right.
Today's show is brought to you in part by Uber.
Yeah. Yes.
There's a reason I came back from Conroe raving about this brewery.
We're super proud of Mongoose Slayer. It's a return beer. We carry Striker. It's unfortunately in the bright tank right now, so unfortunately I didn't have a bottle to bring. But Striker is always on tap, and that's our 7% IPA.
Okay. And how does it differ in taste from this one?
Oh, worlds apart. It's a 1 IPA dry hop. It's very nice. It's very clean. It's very easy to drink, but it's a lot more clear than you know what I mean? It's a lot more.
This has got a little bite
Apricot.
to it, though. Yeah.
Yes.
Apricot. Thank you.
I've been sitting here trying to
you
peg
nailed
it.
it. No, you
Apricot.
nailed it. Apricot. Totally.
This one has 4 different hops, and that is one of the characteristics to one of the hops that it has in it.
And it's like right next to the pit, like right there. It's. I'm really enjoying this.
This
It's
is
a
delicious.
big flavor. It's easy to drink. Like I said, it'll fool you. As I've gone through a couple of these and then made the mistake of going for a third one real quick. And
You made another mistake too, which is coming on this show today. The fact is, though, Ian's right. He came back raving from a visit to your brewery, and then said we got to get these guys on, and so here we are. It's fun to be able to, I don't want to use the word promote, although I guess we are promoting it, but it's fun to be able to let people in on discoveries that we've made, and which is one of the whole things about doing the show that we really love. Every now and then we get to discover something that we're like, I just want to share this with you.
I promise
know?
you, this was about as random as it can get when he showed up.
Yeah?
There was no intent. It was just, this was the place that was closest to where he was last, and he came in with a very good friend, someone I've known for a very long time.
I hope you're not talking about Alan Denny.
Well, I wouldn't admit it.
Okay.
You said his name, so now I don't have much of a choice, do I?
Way back in the first year of the show.
Not sorry, Alan.
Way back in the first year of the show, we were talking about Alan and our other good friend Chris Hart, Christopher Hart, as I like to call
I've known
him these days.
Christopher for a long time.
And we got this great comment on the Apple Podcast page. Somebody says, "Oh, he's talking about this Alan Denny and Chris Hart. Nobody cares about those guys." So that's who they've been since then, is the guys nobody cares about.
You mentioned the names, I didn't.
I heard
enough.
Alan was supposed to be on the show
Great
today,
guys.
but we dodged a bullet. I mean, we really miss him.
Yes, we really miss Alan. He was
I
going
love
to
Alan.
apparently was going to
Alan's
podcast
great.
today.
Well, it was funny
Alan's
because we had just come from a brewery that just didn't have as cool a vibe. Like the vibe there was not for us. Mm-hmm. And so, of course, we were all sad and lonely feeling. And then we piled into this brewery. And
You come in the back door, yep.
we came in the back door.
Oops.
And
No
Alan's
backdoor
looking at this
statement.
guy, and they start
Not
like,
meant that way.
what? And then they rush together and give each other big hugs. I
It
was
was
like, what
10.
is happening here?
When that
It was 2.
when that
It
piece
was like
of
a scene from 10.
When that,
Was it
piece of the, when that piece of the documentary comes out, it's going to be with Rob Thomas music. I don't want to be lonely no more.
Alan does know everybody.
Yeah, he
He
kind of
does know everybody.
which makes it embarrassing to be seen with him sometimes.
No, it was hilarious, and him and his wife were there, and we sat and just chatted, had a great time, and drank many wonderful beers.
Just wanted to. This is called Mongoose Slayer Double IPA. This is great.
Thank you.
This is a really wonderful, and I'm the IPA guy on the show, but it's almost more important that Ian liked it because he's much pickier
Yeah, he's
about
not the IPA guy.
about IPAs than I am.
I just an IPA to me has to have balance, and if you don't have balance in an IPA, I have no use for it. I'm never reaching for it again.
Yeah,
Like the Van Halen album.
I'm never reaching for that album.
Van Hagar. Or
I
Van
find
Halen?
myself never reaching for
Never
that one.
reaching for
Actually,
balance.
yeah. Well,
and that wasn't even Van Hagar. That was Van. What's his name from
That was
Extreme?
from Extreme. Yeah, that's right.
not
oh gosh,
not
now I
Nuno
have to-
Betancourt.
No,
the other guy.
the other guy. Gosh, and I met him. That's the
Blanking on a name.
that's the one I got to meet from.
When he joined Van Halen, I was living in Boston at the time, and everybody was so excited because
Gary Sharon.
Gary Sharon, he's
Gary
like
Sharon.
Legendary in
Yes.
Boston, right? Because
Oh, I
that's
can
where
imagine.
that's
So
where
is that
Extreme is
Gary
from.
Hagar or
Yeah.
Gary Halen? I mean,
Yeah, Gary Halen.
Halen?
Yeah.
Sharonlin.
Sharonlin, yeah. But that album was not good.
Van Sharon.
That album was
You know,
not
the
good.
crazy thing is, I love a lot of the extreme stuff. Gary Sharon is,
Oh, yeah.
is awesome.
Yeah, nothing wrong with it.
Nuno Betancourt, he's like a
Yeah.
head case, but the guy's brilliant
Yeah.
musically.
Absolutely.
Brilliant.
But sometimes you can even put like the best talents together,
I want you guys to have one.
It doesn't necessarily always gel.
and it doesn't always equal.
All right.
Remember,
So,
I'll put it. Remember Velvet Revolver?
yes.
Yeah.
Wah, wah, wah.
Oh, come on. There's a couple of good songs. there.
It's a whole album though,
Yeah.
and there's a couple of good songs.
Come on. That's par for the course
Hey,
for the
nobody
music
can be the
industry.
traveling Wilburys or Cream.
It's all right. All right. We're going to be sipping this beer during the break and come back and tell you about it next. What is this one called?
This is Cherry Medusa.
Cherry Medusa.
Oh my gosh,
I'm
smell that.
already intrigued. We'll be right back.
Oh, 11-3.
11-2.
Welcome back. It's Smoking and Toasting. Our show is all about craft beer, fine spirits, and hand-rolled cigars.
I love those things.
We're going to get some fine spirits, some Sagamore rye here in just a little bit. But a beer was poured right before we went to break that Ian is slurping on now. And this is called Cherry Medusa from
I just want
Copperhead
to
Brewing.
bring our listeners into the experience.
Appreciate that. Sound effects are important, and that's why we do all
That was
organic.
a real sound effect.
That's organic is what that is. Yeah. So, you know what? I just want to say, when you first poured the berry, what was it called?
Wild berry sour.
The wild berry sour. The
My new favorite beer.
first thing you get off of it is
Nice.
berries. Like you don't get like some sort of fake berry, taste
No.
flavoring thing.
No.
No, it's all real.
With
No.
Cherry Medusa, the first thing you get on the nose, it's like, oh my God, that's real cherries. Yeah, that's not
This is
like
420
smell
pounds
like-
of tart cherry.
It doesn't smell like cherry flavor. It
Right.
smells like cherry.
It smells like cherry, which is a big deal when it comes to beers that that talk about being, different, especially different fruit flavors. Sometimes it's not even necessarily bad, but it's fruit flavoring, and this is fruit.
Yes, this is fruit.
Yeah. And
Well,
get it.
you can have stuff that tastes like a cherry Jolly Rancher. This is not that. This
Right.
tastes like cherry.
This is right,
like
this is-
real deal
so,
cherry.
So
You
Cherry
have stuff that
Medusa.
tastes peach, but it's called strawberry.
Right. It happens.
As we've experienced.
So what exactly is this beer?
So Medusa is a Belgian quad, and this is said
So good.
Belgian quad with 420 pounds of tart cherry added to it. Cherry Medusa is out at least once a year with us.
Okay.
It's a very popular around the brewery. It's 11.2 ABV. It's special.
This is so authentically cherry flavored.
This is.
that I started trying to make a knot in the cherry stem.
Can
with
you
my tongue
imagine
when I-
having a graham cracker with this?
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
That'd be
Or a
fantastic.
s'more.
Or s'mores, yeah.
S'mores, no way, dude.
Yeah.
S'mores and this around a fire.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, now you're talking.
Oh, maybe, I know I got to go camping
hungry.
again.
Hungry camping, same thing.
I remember back in the Twin Peaks era, Sherilyn Fenn. Remember her? She was in
Oh, yeah.
Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
Yeah, she could do the thing where she tied the cherry stem into a knot with her tongue, and I just thought that was like, where does she live? I need to propose.
Yes.
This was crazy. That's crazy. But this has enough of that actual cherry vibe that it gets. When you think about cherry candies or whatever, that really isn't cherry.
No.
This really is cherry.
It's like when we were doing the neutral, and I said it smells like the peach flavored candy. Not
Yes.
peach, it smells like peach flavored candy. But then when we were doing the actual the beer here, it smells like cherries or
actual
berries
fruit.
or actual currant. I mean, actual currant juice.
What's the ABV on this? You said this is
11.2.
a quad?
11.2.
Wow.
Yeah, Medusa is
Wow.
10.5. Cherry Medusa is 11.2.
I wouldn't have guessed that, by the way.
And
I wouldn't have guessed
You're
that.
not supposed to.
Yeah, no, that really,
If you
yeah, that's
guys
amazing.
Don't mind, I need to call my wife and see if she can pick me up after the show. Wow. But this is wonderful.
Does this come with bus service?
It can. For you, sir, yes.
How long does this take to make from when you start a batch?
Believe it or not, Cherry Medusa went pretty fast, and it was done in about 8 weeks.
Wow.
Medusa itself, though, took like almost 12 weeks to be done.
Wow.
It was supposed to be ready at open. It had been made 2 months earlier. It just wasn't, and we don't rush things.
Right.
so-
You can't open it until it's ready, right?
Correct. So right now,
We will
not to
sell no
change
beer
subjects a
before it's
little,
time.
but we're barrel aging. We have 18 barrels out right now with 4 different beers in them, and people keep asking when.
Yeah, he walked us through. We got to see the barrels and everything.
Yeah,
of
what the
course
place, I was just saying, as he's
Sweet.
described
Yeah,
once,
yeah.
it was in a nice place. What did it
It's
look
cool.
like?
That was very
Give
cool.
us a little description.
So, like, it's like walking into a very a friend's very busy living room.
Yeah.
It's
Nice.
a very cozy place. Like
Nice.
the minute you walk in, it's like this is cool. We want
Nice.
the chairs were comfy.
Thank you. We remodeled. We bought Copperhead in early August. We remodeled for 2 months and stayed closed, and then we opened with the walls are covered in 1965 to 1972 Life magazine ads.
Nice.
It's yeah, it's
Awesome.
very cool.
And then
love that.
we have a bunch of chairs that come out. It looked like it came out of somebody's living room. So there's 4 living rooms set up. We have a 1960s barrel chairs with barrel table. It's a pretty neat looking place.
Wow.
It's very comfortable.
Awesome.
All the chairs have pads because, well, I'm old and my hips hurt.
and
we
all
don't
the
want
sets
that.
are different from each other, right?
Every
single
set is different.
Yeah.
So you kind of walk in, you find yourself kind of like attracted to one or the other depending on your personality. depending
People
on how you-
float to the ones they like the best. This is not like going to, no offense, a fast food restaurant, a
Sure.
Chipotle or something like
Right,
that,
where all the
where they're
tables are
cookie
same,
cutter.
yeah.
Yes,
Right.
there's no metal seats, no wood seats. You were there.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah,
it.
different areas.
Absolutely love it. Ian, let's try to do another beer in this segment. And while
Yeah.
Madness.
Is this going to be the
they're
last
good.
one?
Yeah.
Is this going to be our last beer?
no.
Okay. Good. Well, I was worried
Do you
we
want
wouldn't
it to
get
be
through the
the
rest,
last
so I was
beer?
going to pick the best one.
We have a whole nother
Plenty
hour
more
of
we
beer.
got a whole nother hour of
Okay.
this.
Okay, good.
And when it devolves into drinking news, we need something with a high ABV
Yes,
to back us up
yes.
on the backside. While they're pouring that beer, let me tell you about a recent article in Cigar Aficionado: 9 short
water.
cigars for cold weather. And with cold weather blanketing much of the U.S. right now, this is an important thing because when you step outside and the temperature's really frosty. I remember when I was visiting Adam and Brianna in D.C. and there was like snow all over the place. But I was
cold.
still out on the back porch, like all bundled up.
I'm gonna
But
enjoy
it
the cigar.
it wasn't a good time for a huge cigar. So here's some short ones, and they did really well on this list. The Don Lino Africa Kudu, Kudu, scored 92 points. It's a small Robusto. It is a Cameroon binder leaf, and it is $5.99 regular retail price. So that's pretty cool too. The Arturo Fuente Rosada Sungrown Magnum R Vitola 44, $9.25. It's 4 7/8 of an inch long, a short Robusto, but the flavor they say is even longer. Eladio Diaz La Diana Brevas, 91 points, $7.50. The Warped Coto Maduro, 91 points, $13.65. The Don Pepin Garcia Original Demitasi, 90 points, $3.30. And then there's a Cuban H. Upman half Corona. There's an HVC Hot Cake Golden Line Connecticut half Corona.
Those hotcakes are good.
And the Oliva Siri V Melania Maduro number 4.
Oh, yeah.
It's just absolutely wonderful. And rounding out the list, the Ramon Aliones Small Club Corona at 90 points, but that is a Cuban, so it'll cost you about 20 pounds if you're going to do that. All right, more beer has been poured, but we will get to that in the next hour. We also have drinking news right around the corner. This is Smokin' and Toastin'. Thank you for joining us. Welcome back, my friends. This is Smokin' and Toastin'. Our show is all about craft beer, fine spirits, and hand-rolled cigars. It's show number 471, and we are tasting beers from Copperhead Brewing. Bart from Copperhead is here, and he brought some deliciously high ABV beers, including this one, which we poured just at the end of the last segment, but this is called Black Venom. So that sounds like it won't be very high in ABV or anything like that. 10?
It is
We're
a very
stepping down
small
from the
10%.
last one.
Correct. It's very small 10%. So Black Venom is
No
our...
wonder Ian liked your brewery so much.
The look on your face.
No wonder Ian liked your brewery so much. He is Mr. High ABV.
Yes. So Black Venom is our Imperial Stout. This is through natural fermentation, very coffee, chocolatey smelling.
This is like a...
Big roasted malt.
I can't see Ian liking this beer at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
I would call this like a textbook stout.
Yes,
Like, it's
and
just
that's
like
nope, exactly.
right in the
You
middle
have
of the whole genre.
perfect description. This is
It's
and
also delicious.
again, not to go back and pat Seth's back, but Seth makes beer to style as well as anybody ever.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
the roasted coffee finish, and it's dry, and its finishes without it's a bitter finish, but it's a bitter non-lingering, like it's dry,
Right. It goes away.
and leaves you going, I'd like some more of that,
Yes, I would.
There'd be some great food pairings with this too.
Oh,
This
yeah,
has
for
lots
sure.
of potential for food. Actually,
yeah.
the majority of what we're drinking, wild berry, I'll figure it out. But the majority
I
of
could
what we're
see this
drinking,
going with brisket right away.
really, really well.
Yeah.
A brisket
also-
sandwich.
Think it may go with the Sagamore rye that we're going to try. I just have this sneaking suspicion.
These are very friendly to, all of our stouts. And when we get to King of Terrors, you'll see how well it pairs with a bourbon, a rye.
So let me ask you this. These are challenging times for craft breweries. The whole marketplace, if you will, expanded probably faster than it should have. That
Yeah,
happens a lot of
faster,
times
yes.
during, boom times of particular things. We talk often about the cigar boom of the 90s and how that all kind of like, came to rest when it all when we got past it. What is your take on what it takes for a brewery like you guys to survive right now? What are your struggles and where do you feel like you're making progress?
So, as someone who has never done this before, I've owned an insurance agency for 26 years. So this is very new to me. I have a lot of faith. Again, I hate to pat Seth back. I have a lot of faith in the gentleman who makes our beer. I have a lot of faith in the fact that Copperhead has a good name. It's never made a bad beer that I've ever come close to. So basically, we bought it, my wife and I, to run with.
And you're talking about what it had done before you
Yes, sir.
bought it, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. It wasn't the prettiest of places to be. It was very much more of a boys' club than anything else. Mm-hmm. So when we bought it, we redecorated. We brought in all the new furniture. We added wine. We added Cokes. Stuff to be more friendly to people
Right.
who don't necessarily
More accommodating.
Yes. But as far as the beer goes, it's absolutely top notch, and that's what we were going to run with. So we figured the pieces that we were missing was it needed really good service. So we do our best to be as friendly as possible. The industry
they're really
itself,
trying.
We are really. No, we're really. It doesn't mean it's working, but we're certainly trying.
So, how much of surviving in the current craft brewing environment is about not getting out over your skis?
A lot of it. I have a funny feeling a lot of people went too far too fast, and you get in debt quickly.
Yeah.
As the equipment is not cheap.
And
it's
neither are the berries and
no. And you know what?
Cherries and stuff either.
And as we took over, Copperhead has had a really good history of not overcharging. So even our big King of Terrors, which is our once-a-year release for coffee stout at 15%, is $8 a pour and $24 a 4-pack. So we try not to go too far. We've never gotten to a $10 pour. We may for this barrel-aged set because I paid a ton to have Willett Family Estate barrels. The actual purple top picks. So we paid a lot for those barrels, and King of Terrors is in it. So we have an investment in it, but still, I don't think if it's $10, that's as much as it's going to be.
So as someone who likes big beers, and I'll order them frequently, and it's funny because my friends will see me get the smaller pour, the 10-ounce pour, and they'll be like, "You paid how much for that?" But the ingredients is what matter, and I have no problem paying. Like when I'm getting something especially high ABV that has a lot of care and a lot of ingredients into it, I have no problems paying over $10 for that.
I would agree. Is there a thing that you guys had to adjust when you saw the brewing industry kind of shifting beneath your feet?
Yes. You know what? It was a lot to. First, don't forget we're just stepping in.
Right.
So the adjustment for me is a whole world. It's a 180 from everything I've done in my entire life.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
So in this one, it's obviously the same service kind of thought is, you know what, take good care of your customer and they'll stay with you. In this thing, I don't know that that's what's gone, but hearing Ian come in and say, hey, I didn't have a good experience at the last place is, I think, part of what we're dealing with in the whole industry. So does that roll down to me? Yes. Yeah, he goes somewhere and he decides he doesn't like it. Does that make Conroe stink to some people? Yes. Is that a problem with the industry? Partially, especially as you come to Houston and there's, 5 or 6 close to NRG? So is that over inundated? Are they willing to go a little too far? Is there a little too much? Conroe is a very small place, but we have 3, 4, 5 breweries. It's a lot. And when you pack that kind of stuff into one place, can everybody have a cut of the pie? Is the pie big enough? What do you do to differentiate yourself? And that's where we're at right now.
And was your brewmaster, Seth, was he there when you bought the place?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Seth and I have been friends for almost 9 years. Really good guy.
Before you bought the brewery?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a customer at Copperhead for 8 years. I live, luckily, about a mile and a half, so that's my home brewery. I had been to the same places that you're talking about, and it just wasn't a good fit for me.
It's kind of a cool thing when you get to, make a purchase of a place that's already kind of meaningful to you.
Yeah,
right?
talk about how good it is.
It meant a lot to us. And believe it or not, it was the real sale to Copperhead came to my wife. You know what I mean? Look,
Really?
we all have a boss, don't we? Especially if we're married.
Are you talking about my CFO, Tiffany?
I am indeed. And mine
Somebody needs to do it.
Well, and mine fell in love with King of Terrors a long time ago.
Wow.
And so my pitch to her was, can you imagine no King of Terrors? And God knows, do we really want Seth to have to get a real job? And the answer to both of those was no. We did not want Seth to have to get a real job. We wanted Seth to do what he does best, which is make beer. He loves it. He's great at it. And to think there would be no 25 King of Terrors, no 26 King of Terrors hurt us.
Conroe does also benefit because Conroe is a little bit of a destination. Like, I went up there with my little RV camper and stayed at one of the little resorts out there. And we had a great time just going to some of the different breweries. And one of them in particular was meh. But which led us to your place, and then we loved it. We stayed there, and we didn't even make it to the last brewery we were planning to go to. We'll have to try that another time. But you also get that kind of traffic too. People coming through town that are coming to hang out, doing little vacations, things like that. So there's a little bit of bonus, even though it's a really small town. What's the
Lake
population?
Conroe, not a lot, probably 50 to 70,000.
Yeah,
now.
so
well,
it's
it's a lot bigger than it was.
Right.
But we have Lake Conroe, which is,
I mean,
as you
I
said,
grew
a
up in Liberty.
destination.
It's much bigger than that. So
Yes, it's a lot bigger than Liberty.
Everything's much
is
bigger
Yeah.
than Liberty. Yeah.
No, like I said, we've dealt with a lot of the uphill part, and we thought that it would take us a year to get over what Copperhead was versus what it is now. The industry itself being in a bit of a knot. You know what I mean? I don't think it's going up, and I don't really think it's going down much. I just think it's kind of flat, but I think the bigger St. Arnold's, and those people are still taking a bigger chunk of the pie because they have a bigger place, a beautiful spot, especially, I don't mean to pick on St. Arnold's, but You've been, I'm sure.
Yes.
It's beautiful. The beers
It
are
is.
nice.
It's a gorgeous place.
Yeah.
Seth came out of that stock. He learned there. So we are very lucky to have a big background, and the beers are
It feels
absolutely wonderful.
It feels like the dust is settling a little bit on.
I think it is
breweries,
too.
you know what I
Well,
mean?
you know what? So at 10,000 breweries, I think last year was the first time we took a step back, and it was only so 24. They lost like 300. I have a funny feeling it's going to be a little more lopsided this year.
Mm-hmm.
But it's so easy to get in,
Yeah.
and then it's also unfortunately easy to get out.
Yeah, and we're seeing that happen a lot, and it's a bummer because some of the places that are closing,
It's a bummer.
it was not because their beer wasn't good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just because of other, financial reasons that, and honestly, when I walk into a brewery, I don't want to think about their financial situation. I just want to taste their beers. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Well, and you want the experience, and
Right.
you want the people to come and be nice to you, and make it an experience all around.
Speaking
and
of
that's
taste
what we're
their
trying.
beers, Ian, I think we might have time for one more in this segment.
Oh, mercy.
Yeah. What do you? What would you pull
I'd
out?
probably go there. Yeah, I'd probably do Terrors.
What is this? Terrors?
King of Terrors.
King of
So
Terrors.
King of Terrors is our once a year release.
Yeah.
King of Terrors is a very big coffee stout. So it's a sweet base with 20 pounds of coffee, then 20 pounds of cocoa nibs, and 85 pounds or 84 pounds of vanilla,
84 pounds.
of which are all real. So this
of
is
vanilla.
not.
I just want to
Yeah.
see that many pounds of cocoa nibs just in a box.
Yes.
Just like reach in and
I-
just grab a handful.
I happened to notice the other day at the grocery store a
This can go in
bottle
the same
that was
glass, right?
actually labeled real imitation vanilla.
Oh,
Real
that's
imitation
fine.
vanilla.
Imitation Corinthian leather.
Real imitation vanilla. I didn't know what to think about that. That seemed like
Real
a.
imitation vanilla.
It seemed like you were giving away the game right there in the.
As Garfield says, it's not livered, it's livered flavored.
That's right.
Liver flavor.
Somebody's got to do it, right? So this is King of Terrors. Where did the name come from? Was this yours or was this,
This is
out
before me. The
Okay.
only thing that we've done new since I've been there is the wild berry sour.
Okay. Well,
All right, well, you're winning there already.
hats off to you.
very much, Terry.
Hats off to you on that from Terry for sure. No, I thought that was great too. That's one of my favorite sours we've had in a very long time on the show.
When
So-
we find there's been times when we found a really good sour every once in a while, and when we do, I really like that particular, what it is, and that was one of those
This
just
is the
top
temperature
ones.
I was talking about.
Okay, so this tastes more like a cup of black coffee
Okay,
than
it
any
smells like a
stout
cup
I've
of black
ever
coffee.
had. If you want a coffee stout, this is about as pure as it gets right here.
So
I'm
it's
just going to
funny
drink this in
because
the morning.
because
And go back to sleep.
I really love some of the coffee porters that are out there.
Mm-hmm.
Notably, Real Ale makes a great one, stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. This is like a next level.
Yeah.
We would like to think of it as next level.
Yeah, this is like a next level.
and
so,
this is a seasonal for you
Much
guys? You do
like-
this once a year?
Once a year.
much like a stout is a next level of a porter, so to speak, or porter's a level under stout as far as punch. This is definitely a next level of it. The coffee flavor in here is so good, though. It's not.
It's what I want my
It's not
coffee to
overly
taste like.
bitter.
So
It's
we
not-
got
yeah.
together with District Roasters out of Cyprus, who is he's another just an incredible little business that does an incredible job of making coffee. In 2019, we changed to using them, and this was the result.
I
Amazing.
got to tell you,
Would you
this,
would you like to guess the ABV on this?
no.
It's a very low.
It's a
12%.
paltry 15. Yeah.
Oh,
15?
my
Paltry 15.
God.
Very, very
rubbing
low.
Cruz.
Very low.
You're
Can
going
I
to be such a fun person at your meeting after
Can I
the show.
still feel my face? This is, I'm not even
Did
completely
you just
sure.
go weekend on me? I
And
can't
here's the
feel
thing,
my face.
I'm sitting over here just drinking it like it's a cup of coffee, just
Because
taking
it doesn't
sip,
take.
sip,
Yes,
sip.
yes.
I can't tell
It's-
that.
That 15% stays hidden pretty well, as this is just a super easy to drink, huge
The
coffee.
coffee
Yes.
and the vanilla are huge in this. The booze is not. It's not booze
This-
forward.
This
Yeah, I get
may
that vanilla
be
on the end.
Yeah.
this may be the most crushable 15% ABV beer I've
It is.
ever had.
It absolutely is.
Ever
And
had.
it will totally crush you. By
I-
the way.
I
Oh,
believe-
you
I
meant you
believe it.
crushing the beer. I'm sorry.
I
Sorry.
believe
Sorry.
it. Oops, 100%. All right, we got to take a break so I can try to feel if these are still my cheeks, and we'll be right back. It's Smoking and Toasted.
I can't get any squeakies out of it.
It was
It
well
was,
oiled.
it was a good pop, though. Welcome back. It's Smoking a Toast, and our show is all about craft beer, fine spirits, and hand-rolled cigars. Bart is here from Copperhead Brewing, and we've been tasting Copperhead beers. And the last beer that we tasted was, it was as coffee-ish as any beer I've ever had.
It was as coffee as any coffee I've ever had.
It was almost like
Thank you.
it
is
was
a coffee
almost
stout.
like drinking
It was.
a cup of coffee, except
I like
was
it better than
15%.
coffee now.
So
Well,
last
of
night,
course, it's 15%.
last night we went to a Super Bowl party,
Yeah.
and my wife decided to make some dessert for it.
So we're recording our show on the day after the
Yes,
Super Bowl.
yes,
yeah, the day after Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
and so one of the
Thought he was
things
great, by
she
the way.
made for
I thought he
the
was
He
awesome.
did
for the
great.
party was a Twinkie
That was a fucking
tiramisu.
That was a badass show. Sorry.
Nobody listened to that.
Yeah.
I heard
A
tiramisu. You got my
Twinkie
attention.
tiramisu,
Twinkie
Yes.
tiramisu.
and it was something special.
Yeah,
Sounds like it
So
would
is
be.
it made with Twinkies, like real Twinkies?
Twinkies with coffee.
I
With
could
the
have supplied
tiramisu?
you a King of Terrors for that. I bet
Wow.
you
That
would have
would've
been
been
better. Oh
amazing.
my God, yes.
Like, now that
I
I'm
need to
thinking
talk
about
to
it-
Mrs. Ian.
Yeah, Twinkies
And,
coffee.
no, I've got a couple in the fridge still.
If you say
I'm in for
Twinkies,
that.
coffee, and cigarettes, it's like I'm back in college. just saying.
You can't say cigarettes; we'll get banned.
Yeah, that's right. And we
Yeah.
and we should be shadow banned.
Shadow
So because that's so much cooler than being banned outright. By the way,
Yeah. Shadow
So,
ban.
all right. So we are going to taste some Sagamore rye here, and Ian has opened it up and poured it. This is the small batch, which I think, by the way, that's their normal offering, right?
Yeah,
So
I don't
small
know that
batch
they make.
makes
I
it
don't know.
so-
That well, I think
don't have a big
I think
batch?
it's small batch. Well, small batch doesn't really mean a lot in the industry.
Yeah, really.
But I think they refer to this as a small batch because most of what they do isn't the rye. So
Oh, yeah.
That's good. It's
this is a go-to at the household.
it's as straightforward a rye as you could come up
Cinnamon, honey,
with. Little bubble gum.
brown sugar, bubble gum on the Retro Hill, especially.
Mm-hmm. But I would love to. Did we
Spice.
drink all of the IPA?
I drank all of everything that was put in front of me today.
There's the tiniest sip left.
All right, so I really want to try because rye and IPAs are so often great together.
Like
so
a
I
rye
really-
PA?
A rye
Rye
PA? Yeah.
Rye
I like
PA.
that kind of. No, I like that.
Sounds
But
like we
mine,
got
I
something in the
copyright that.
works.
I own that
Yeah.
now.
By the way, I've had some rye IPAs,
all
Yes.
spellings.
and I wasn't crazy about them. So what I'm talking about is when you've poured yourself a rye whiskey, and you have an IPA poured as well. So I'm gonna, if you don't mind, I'm gonna like.
No, you
for
go
it.
ahead, finish that.
Oh yeah, it's even more.
It's the rye PA.
Floral.
Right, yeah.
It brings out the whole floral characteristics of that IPA, and also makes it feel a little gentler. Interestingly enough. So what was the ABV on this?
9.
Nine.
Okay, well it could use a little gentler then.
It needs a whiskey back, right?
It
Yeah, I
needs
was
a
thinking
whiskey
what
to
the
make-
gentle part is add a 93 proof rye. That'll make it much easier to drink. Yes,
That's right.
I totally agree with you.
What do you think about Sagamore rye?
I think it's all right.
I think it's all right. So
Yeah, I don't see anything great or something that would make me think to myself I should run back to you. It's probably
How much is it then?
it's about a $40 bottle.
40 something.
Okay, that's not bad. It's not bad for a rye.
This is a go-to at the house.
Is it?
My wife
I
loves
prefer
this.
the MGP part, the MGP taste. You know what
Yeah,
I'm talking about?
yeah.
From you know what? The first one that comes up, Bullet Rye, is 4-year MGP.
Yeah, but isn't that like a 198 8 proof or something like that? Like isn't Bullet Rye just like out of the ballpark in terms of
I don't know.
ABV?
I don't think so.
I could be wrong.
We had that Bardstown rye that was
Bullet
outrageously
Rye,
proof the other day.
I think what I may be thinking about is barrel rather than bullet.
Burrell is all high.
Yeah.
I think the Bullet's 90 proof.
90 proof. Okay, that makes sense.
And then,
Well,
did I bring that
but it's
Heaven
more
Hill
of a
grain to
minty
glass,
thing.
which is like
You know what I'm talking about?
128 proof?
Say that again.
The thing from MGP is it's a little more minty-ish. And it's not softer. It's not as. This is very. I don't want to say peppery. It's very rye.
but yeah, it's very rye. It's very spicy.
Yes, that spicy part.
Very cinnamon.
I
Yes.
like it. I to me this is like
It's not bad.
about as good of a straight ahead ride. Now we can, we've had some here that have been, maybe more outstanding, but they've also been twice the price.
I will point out that this is generally the mixer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say this would be an excellent
it's
mixer.
Still, it's still like I
Well,
find
does
it,
Tiffany just drink it straight?
if you
too?
wanted a spicy old fashioned,
not generally when she drinks this.
old-fashioned
Now
is
some
good.
rides she'll drink straight, but when she drinks this, she's usually making kind of an old fashioned like thing.
Okay.
Sometimes a lazy old fashioned.
Okay.
the other one. It's an old
Okay.
fashioned.
What's a lazy old fashioned?
Whatever she comes up with, it's old fashioned.
I love that. I love
Whiskey
that.
and stuff.
she just found out another trick from a drink she ordered someplace that she can use Grand Marnier instead of simple syrup.
Yeah. Well, hey, go for
So
it.
here's some more liquor to make this nice and sweet.
I really like the
Irish
idea.
it up a bit.
Yeah.
But she almost always, like when she's drinking this, she almost always has some sort of like probably a little simple syrup, probably a little bit of a like a maraschino, like the good
Ooh.
dark Luxardo style
Yeah,
cherries.
Luxardo
Thank you.
or dirty.
And so she always has something like that going on with it.
Well, cheers to her. My hat's off to her for her.
Yeah.
But I like it. I like it just fine like
Creativity,
this.
and I'm kind of digging this actually. This is something you could stay with all evening. It just kind of
Oh, yes. Yeah,
gently sipping
definitely.
for a while. But
I
yeah.
could see this being a staple, not necessarily your showpiece,
Yeah,
but
no,
definitely being a staple in the.
no,
Yeah,
this
this
is
is not hard to drink.
This
it's
is
not ugly.
yeah, it's not what you pull out to impress
Yes.
people. It's what you pull out for an enjoyable evening.
Exactly.
That's how I would place
I
it.
like
Okay.
Absolutely, positively, Ian.
I'm trying the
That's how you do it.
King of Terrors with it.
Yeah, and your thought as we go to break?
There you go.
That
You
actually
give me
rocks.
your thoughts, sir.
Okay, I will try it as well.
And then snap you a little bit of that and see what you think.
It's time for drinking news, my friend.
Oh, that rocks in both directions.
And we will do that next. It's Smoking and Toasting. Love what we discover here. You see, you're learning how we do the organic sound effects here on Smoking and Toasting. Welcome back. It is
rattling the opener against the bottle is this engagement drama.
that's
I
right.
agree.
He's made it an instrument now.
I've mentioned this before, but it takes me back to
It
my
was the
days.
Alanis Morissette story.
It takes me back to my days in the 80s of hosting like a morning zoo radio show. And when you would have these goofy, wacky characters call, which were always just people on the show using a disguised
Jones.
voice. Yeah. Oh, it's Mr. Slime. What's up? But one of the things we would always do is when they would go to hang up the phone from their phone call, you would always go clackety, clackety, clack, like trying to get the phone back into
On the receiver,
handset.
yeah.
And so this is kind of like that. It's just a Smoking and Toasting
That's why I miss
version of that.
phones, hanging that up. I miss being able to slam
Yeah,
down a phone
oh,
after
yeah.
an intense conversation.
No, there's just
I hate
nothing.
you when pushing the button is not the same.
There's nothing.
Amen.
There's nothing as satisfying as when you go, "Hey, screw you."
Yes. I pushed the
Also,
button
remember
hard.
when you'd hang up on somebody, it would go clack.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, totally. Which never happens,
No
by
one
the way.
knows that sound
Okay,
anymore.
so
Yeah.
just saying though, if you're talking to someone and in the middle of your statement you just hang up on them, it works.
Oh,
It works
I like
so well.
this.
No. It's not the equivalent, but it's close.
Yeah, but who was it that once said, like, that when people hung in the 80s, if you got disconnected, you're like, oh, you calling them back? Like, what happened? Let's call the authorities. Something's going on. Now, if you get disconnected, it's just you went into nobody cares.
Yeah, nobody cares. Yeah, it's
nobody
like,
tries to find out.
let me tell you something. On this
Yeah.
show, we like to.
Nowadays, you got to go, hey, man, you want to hear something funny? And you just hang up.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yo, mama. All right. This is.
She was at the brewery last week. You know that, right?
Yeah, I do know that, actually. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, it's time for Drinking News.
Drinking news, drinking news. Now it's time for drinking news. A Florida man with one arm said he had a gator for a pet. When asked about his absent arm, he said,
I had to take him to the hospital because my gator needed to go to the hospital.
drinking news, drinking news.
Hold
Now
on.
it's time for drinking news. Glass bottle solo, y'all.
Yes.
He's only been on the show one time. He's already learned all of our secrets. That's how it is. Well, drinking news
He
is
got the Gator part right.
the portion of the show where we bring you a story from the news that is sometimes, but not always, about drinking, but is always best enjoyed if you've been drinking, and by God, we have. Drinking news is brought to you in part by the Weather Channel. Up-to-date weather info 24/7, including how residents of Florida can avoid the latest rash of frozen iguanas falling out of trees. Yes, it's happening again.
Frozen
Tis
iguana-
the season.
again.
The
This is
Weather
twice.
Channel.
That sounds like a beer. Falling
Tis the
iguanas.
The Weather Channel, your frozen iguana headquarters. Now, before we jump in to today's main story on drinking news, we have to examine a proposal that has been floated for a new division of the government of Armenia. Because that's where an Armenian man... Do you have an Armenian man song?
Boring sound effect.
Wasn't John Belushi
I'm sorry,
Armenian?
my attention is being split a couple different
Isn't
ways.
Kim Kardashian Armenian?
Yes,
Can
yes.
you-
An Armenian man,
I don't have anything for Armenian.
Sargis
Kardashian.
Karapetian, who's a senior figure in the Strong Armenia Party. He has proposed that
Their
sexual...
party's called the Strong
the
Armenian Party.
Strong Armenia
All
Party.
right, well, I didn't spend a whole lot of time in a boardroom on
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah.
But, all right.
He has proposed that sexual dissatisfaction among women, particularly among middle-aged white women, has been fueling increasing political activism. Which I guess is a bad thing, political activism? I don't know. So his suggestion to combat this apparently widespread problem in Armenia is to form a governmental ministry of sex to make sure...
Sexually frustrated white women.
Yeah, to make sure that women in his country can achieve the ultimate level of satisfaction. Cue Mick Jagger and the Rolling Stones. There is apparently no confirmation of the rumor that he's also proposing to change the name of the Strong Armenia Party to the Big O Party. Here at Drinking News, we promise to keep you up to date with this developing situation from the country that was, sadly, as Terry has pointed out, responsible for giving us the Kardashians.
Kardashians.
More on this
But
story.
also Belushi's.
More on this story as it develops.
I like the part in Norbit when the little girl gets catapulted over, and Cat Williams is there. They're the pimps. It's Cat Williams and I can't remember the other guy. And he sits there and he goes, "Oh, my dreams have been answered. It's raining little white women." And he said, "You need to move because my dream is for a Cadillac."
I'd just like to point out that Terry started a sentence with, "It's like that part in Norbit."
Norbit. Eddie Murphy classics.
Eddie Murphy something. But our main story in today's edition of this report brings us back stateside to our amazing and absolute favorite American destination, the falling frozen iguana infected Sunshine State. That's where 51-year-old Kevin Dale Westerhold, a Florida man, was arrested recently for what authorities are calling a sexual performance with a vacuum cleaner.
A performance?
Osceola Sheriff's deputies responded to the Windsor Hills Resort in Kissimmee on January 22nd after receiving reports that a man was exposing himself in front of a residence. The suspect was gone before the deputies arrived, but witnesses provided
Wait a second.
statements.
Are the iguanas residents?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Even when they fall, they're still residents.
Registered voters.
The suspect was gone before deputies arrived, but witnesses provided statements and a cell phone video of a partially clothed man outside the residence. And I'm saying this again because how often do you get to say this? Engaged in a sexual performance with a vacuum cleaner.
It sucks as it cuts.
Other reports indicate that the Florida man, who along with his wife owned several Airbnbs
Along
in
with
the
his
area.
wife.
Along
Yeah.
with his wife.
No, they own several Airbnbs in the area that are rented out to visitors. So I suppose he's got that, extra little symbol on his Airbnb site that he's a superhost. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, he's
anyway,
carrying the vacuum clearly around to each place so that he can clean.
well, he's been spotted
His
on
license plate says iguana style.
He's been spotted on security and doorbell cameras, nude or partially clothed, in public areas in the neighborhood. The latest
Do
incident.
people not know that those exist yet? Is
It's
that
like, oh, it's that guy
Is that
again.
illegal in Florida?
The latest incident, however, appears
normal?
appears to be the only one where a vacuum cleaner was actually violated.
I like.
So-
Okay, so after everything you said, it takes a vacuum cleaner to reach the
Yeah.
police for this.
Right,
Yes,
right.
yes, yes.
As of airtime,
Just roaming
Westerhold.
around partially clothed, no problem. With a vacuum cleaner, we're getting the cops.
Yeah,
after.
He said a vacuum cleaner, and they said as of airtime.
As of airtime, Westerhold has not been
vacuum
apprehended,
cleaner
but
say-
deputies say the search is ongoing.
too.
The
Now-
search for him is sucking.
Admittedly, sexuality can be fluid and confusing. People have confessed to medical professionals before of being aroused and turned on by a number of odd and inanimate objects, including cars, jet skis, Ferris wheels, the Eiffel Tower, and even chainsaws. But,
I mean, the Eiffel Tower is erect.
but
It's the
vacuum
most
cleaner
number one
attraction,
thing found in people's butts at the.
and it's leaning. But vacuum cleaner attraction, experts say, is even more common than you might think. Still,
Smell that.
you have to think that wanting to get
Back up.
experts
Vacuum-
say
Wait, we have to hear that again?
vacuum cleaner attraction is even more common than you might think.
Wow.
Yeah. Still, you have to think that wanting to get intimate with a Hoover or a Eureka may not have been this Florida man's first unusual urge, or that there may have been a series of things that, went kind of sideways
Honestly,
for him.
I don't think I'd be like, if that was my thing, I don't think I'd be about all those upright vacuums. I think I'm more of a shop vac kind of guy.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at that. Now we're learning.
We're learning a lot about Ian here. Things that I'm going to confess to you guys I did not need to know. There may have been
Put
even
a pin in that information.
may have been even a series of things that went kind of sideways for this man before he decided to try hooking up with the dirt devil.
Yeah, his wife.
And as usual, our crack team of experts here at Drinking News has some ideas as to what those formative events and incidents may have been. In other words, what may have gone wrong in this man's life to steer him towards, and I'll say it one more time with feeling, a sexual performance with a vacuum cleaner.
Is that the official words used? Is that what that was?
Yep,
Okay.
yep. And so, as we want to do, we've compiled these for you in the form of another handy, easy to reference, and highly dreaded Drinking News Top 5 list, and we're here to present that to you
I wonder
now.
what the distinction between a sexual act and a sexual performance is.
Finishing. Just a
You know what?
guess. Just a
America
guess.
deserves that for all those commercials we have to listen to about all those pills.
This would be the top 5. Yeah, if you and a vacuum cleaner are at it for more than 4 hours, call your doctor. The top 5 things that may have gone wrong in the Florida man's life before a public sexual incident with a vacuum cleaner. Top 5 things that may have gone wrong. Here we go, number 5. Found out his name is in a really weird email in the Epstein files regarding a meerkat and fancy Savannah, Georgia peach preserves. Number 4. Stopped at a service station on a date, and instead of telling his companion that he needed to get out and pump some fuel, accidentally said, "I'll be back, just need to pass gas." We've all done that, right? Number 3, stupidly wore white pants to go to an all-you-can-eat dinner at the Old Country Buffet. Number 2, actually tried Ozempic despite being allergic to Ozempic, because they tell you if you're allergic to
It's
Ozempic,
right
do
there in
not
the
use
front.
Ozempic. Accidentally tried it despite being allergic, wound up being the first person in the world with what doctors are calling Ozempic tallywhacker. And the number one thing that may have gone wrong, that was such a you laughed and then it just went away. It just died to silence.
I think they have to take Jardiance for that.
It was unplugged.
The number one thing that may have gone wrong in the Florida man's life before his public sexual incident with a vacuum cleaner. Number 1, his AI chatbot girlfriend told him, "Not tonight, I have a headache."
I figured the power went out.
Reporting live from Osceola County, where I'm just glad his weird sexual kinks don't extend to falling frozen iguanas. My name is Cruz, and that is your...
Drinking news, drinking news. That's our time for drinking news.
I gotta tell you, I think the drinking news may have given me the blues.
It happens.
It does.
I got the drinking news blue.
Oh, new song.
Yes,
new song
I
alert.
like it. I like it.
Drinking news. I got wet shoes. I don't know.
What happened to this show? It got weird.
So speaking of the next beer,
Yeah. Speaking of the next beer,
I
like
kind of
this.
brought you something
See,
because you were in
this is
your
good.
Sagamore thing.
Usually, I'm the guy that has to steer it back, but today we have you. And
I'm
I
happy to
appreciate
help.
it,
No, I'm
Bart.
happy to help you.
Yeah.
Plus,
You've-
I'm steering you towards an amazing
So
beer.
what are we drinking here?
So, since we were talking about Sagamore Rye, and that
Yeah.
brought us to the whiskey world, I was thinking about, before I came up here to bring you guys beer, I was thinking about Four Roses, which just, as we were talking about,
You know, I often sit back and
think about
think
Four
about
Roses?
Four Roses. Yeah.
The liquor or the
liquor.
flower?
Oh, no,
okay.
the liquor
Okay.
for
Just
sure.
wondering. Just wondering. So, Four Roses, as you know, just sold to Kieran for $775 million.
$775 million
Biggest
to
biggest
Keurig.
sale out there. So I brought you in 2019 Copperhead barrel aged King of Terrors in Four Roses barrels,
Okay.
and this is that incantation. So the smell should be a bit of I get a little bit of marshmallow, and that's what I get off of really good barrel
Marshmallow
aged.
and booze.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is
Smells
16.5,
like camping.
I think. Oh, sorry, I was wrong. It's 16.8.
What'd you say, Ian?
I said it smells like camping.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
See, and I'm not really into camping, but I think
You
if-
mean like in a hotel?
yeah.
That's where I camp.
For me,
Glamping.
for me, roughing it means room service cuts off at midnight.
Correct.
That's how I feel about
I
it.
was thinking 10 o'clock.
Yeah, okay.
Amen.
Yeah, but I'm with you. But Ian's a camping guy, and I gotta say, drinking this makes me think I might like camping.
Now, just so you know, I am camping in an RV that has a full bathroom and shower and
It isn't like just a
seating area.
tent.
Yeah,
This isn't just like a pop-up Cub Scout tent
But
area.
I want to ask you about the bathroom in your RV. Can you turn around in it?
yes.
Okay. Well, that
I mean, not
sounds
while
good.
you're sitting down.
Yeah. Well,
Well, that's a bummer.
I don't have one of them
You
fancy.
should consider a
Just
new
remember,
RV.
you're not
toilets.
supposed to be sitting on the toilet that way. You're supposed to be sitting on it the other way so that that's a little table for your ink and your quill.
by the way,
Mine would be a sit and spin to add a certain,
Yeah.
fun portion to going to the
sure,
bathroom.
sure. But I just want to say that I have not read the stories, but I did read the headline today that the next big thing, quote unquote, singing toilets.
Ooh.
Just
Sing you a little-
FYI, at
sing
my
you a little
house,
tune.
I have a
It cries.
Can I get some Willow Creek
bidet
Junction
toilet
on there?
seat.
Mine
and the
is the
toilet seat
crying
heats up
toilet.
as soon as you sit on it.
Oh, nice.
You know what else heats up? My
The music.
soul when I drink this.
This is what this show
This is
becomes.
delicious.
That's great
This
to
is
hear. I'm
fantastic.
glad. This is top of what we do.
Tell me again what this beer is.
It is a little
This
boozy,
is
and I
Four
love it.
Roses barrel aged King of Terrors.
Oh my god, it's
Chocolate
good.
too.
Yes,
Oh
it's
my
amazing.
god, it's good.
Okay, go ahead. Turn the music up and block me out. I don't
Yeah,
care anyways.
yeah. This is fantastic. And
I
believe it or
didn't
not,
want to hear myself.
believe it or not, we still have one beer to try. We'll be right back. It's Smoking a Toast. Welcome back. It's Smoking a Toast, and our show is all about craft beer, fine spirits, and hand-rolled cigars. Be sure to stay around for the bonus episode of the show where Bart's going to tell us how to please a woman. Apparently
My
he's-
answer to that was, who cares?
Hey, Dad,
It's a
joke of the
race.
day.
I usually
What do you
win.
get
That's
when
the
you cross
important
a
part.
rhinoceros and an elephant?
What's that?
Elefino.
Ba-dum, boom. See there again, Terry. That's what I was talking about. Ba-dum, boom. Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. You know,
Or
Ian, every few episodes, you remind me more and more of my dad. Just want you to know, it happens. It happens.
do
We
you want to
are.
show us on the doll what happened?
We are.
I mean, with Ian.
I would like to say
Just show us on the Sagamore bottle.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Listen, this has been a really fun show. We want to thank Bart from the amazing Copperhead Brewing Company for being here. And we have one more beer that we have to try. And this is a fairly short segment, so I want to make sure we get right to it, because what is this last beer?
I don't know, but it's happy.
King of Taters.
King of Taters. Okay.
King of Taters.
So this is obviously going to have some whiskey barrel aging to it.
It will indeed. King of Taters.
So you have a King of Terrors and a King of Taters.
Yes. King of Taters and King of Taters are different. So Taters was a beer that came out kind of for HBS, the Houston Bourbon Society.
Houston Bourbon Society, yep.
And it was a barrel-aged black venom with peanut butter.
With peanut butter.
Oh, my God, it's good. Oh, my God, it's amazing. I saved all these I could grab.
I can get a little bit of peanut butter on the nose. Not a lot, but a little. Oh, yeah. It's definitely there.
It should be big taste.
It's coming in at 11.9, so it's not brutal.
Oh, yeah. Big time
No,
peanut butter.
Venom.
So this is fantastic. This reminds me of one of the beers that I brought back from Guadalupe. Remember, Ian, when I brought those beers back and we were going crazy over them?
That's the year it was made.
It says batch 21.1.
So that is the first barrel-aged batch that Copperhead released in 2021.
Nice.
Wow. This is fantastic. Is this something that's available on tap right now at Copperhead?
No.
Okay.
Totally no.
Because
However,
I was totally headed there after the show.
However, we have Buffalo Trace rye barrels with black venom in it, and it will get a treatment. We, like I was talking about with the Willett family estate barrels, we have King of Terrors in. Medusa is currently in 2 Heaven Hill barrels from 2013, and Shepherd of Fire is our American barley wine, and that's currently in 4 barrels.
Okay, so let's talk barley wine for a second, because Ian's a huge barley wine fan.
Who told me that?
But he's not huge on American barley wine. So, Ian, what's the difference to you between the American style and the English style?
Hops.
So the American style
way too
uses
much
hops.
in the American style.
Do you use hops in your American style?
We do.
Yeah. I would imagine all barley
every
wines
beer
use
uses
hops,
hops, right?
some. Yeah, right.
But it's not as big of an influence. So I have a funny feeling you'll like our barley wine.
I haven't hated every single American style barley wine. The problem is there are a few out there. That was amazing.
That was good. Yeah.
There are a few out there, like for instance the there's one out there that's and I'm blanking on it right now. That's an American style barley wine. It's just well, it's not worth talking about if I can't remember. But like a lot of American style barley wines, it tastes like it could be a good beer, but then they just smacked it with hops, and it's not subtle. There's no
balance to it.
No balance to it. It's just like you get a delicious beer and then smacked with hops that don't really match the flavor.
I'm hoping that you see a pattern in that kind of balance.
Yes, no, everything we're having here is very balanced, including
And
this,
maybe if you brought us
this
some
peanut butter
bigger
is so good.
ABV beers, we
I'm
could
sorry, I didn't
we
mean
could
to bring all the
explore
small
this.
stuff.
We could
I know,
explore this
I know,
balance
I
a
know.
little more.
I know. You know what? King of Terrors is typical for the way that we do things. Cherry Medusa, again, is typical of the way we do things. You get a big, huge ABV without having to think, oh, my God, I'm trying to, you know what I mean?
So, King of Taters may be my favorite thing that we've tried all day.
King of Taters is amazing.
It
An
is-
amazing
and for
beer.
you,
When can we
budget-minded-
find this at your brewery again? Though?
So we're barrel aging now, and we just purchased a new piece of equipment. We got a smaller bright tank. So
nice.
we have a 30-barrel bright tank, which is unfortunate because it takes 250 gallons of liquid to get to the part where it makes carbonation. And we just bought a 3.5 barrel, which brings us to 38 gallons. So we can do a single barrel in a bright tank and be able to go straight to keg from there.
So when you have this on tap, can I get a growler of this and take it home?
No, but I'll have some bottles or something for you.
You will have something. Okay.
Yes.
Awesome.
Just for you budget-minded people, if you're thinking that when you walk into a place like this, you're paying $14, $18 for a 4-pack. In the case of, for instance, your IPA, which was 9%, each one of those beers is equivalent to 3 macro brews.
Right. In terms of ABV,
Roughly.
right?
So
yeah.
Striker is our regular IPA, and that sells for $10 a 4-pack.
Wow.
And I'm okay with that, too.
Yeah, love that. What do you think is your biggest challenge in the next couple of years as a smaller local brewery that kind of specializes in, let's face it, some high-end stuff?
Being noticed.
Yeah?
We're here. That's the biggest problem we have. Is if once people find us, we do really well.
Yeah.
But it's getting to that point. It's literally putting your hand up amongst how many people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Look what
Are you
look
in,
what the beer aisles were.
Do you have kegs in local places, or are you also bottling and stuff like that?
We bottle. We don't have a lot of distribution. Copperhead had distribution before, and we were in HEB and stuff like that.
I
And
remember
it didn't
seeing it
go well.
before.
The prices were the price that people pay it's atrocious. I saw what they offered Copperhead. I saw what Copperhead got paid on some of this stuff. It's terrible.
So,
I'd rather discount it and sell it to
small
you.
amount per bottle then.
Oh yeah, there's no profit. Stryker was, believe it or not, Stryker was a dead even draw. It was just to get the name out there
Wow.
and get it onto the shelf. But he made.
I had a previous conversation with Blake from Lone Pine about this. He goes, "You'll be amazed at how little profit margin there is on any."
There is so
distribution.
they beat
So
you
is it
up.
just to get people's name out there?
I think that's what Copperhead originally had done, was trying to get their name onto the shelf, because
Right.
you know what? If you see it at HEB down
Sure.
the street, we're 2 miles away. Come visit us.
Yeah.
But I don't know that equates to, hey, you're local.
Real.
Yes, it doesn't
Right.
equate to real visits
Yeah,
to
real visits.
the brewery. So
Because you're next to someone that could be from Michigan or something, so
correct.
you don't know.
Yes, you never know.
Yeah.
So that's what we're pointing towards, is more, hey, we're here.
Do you anticipate the craft brewery and craft beer world kind of equalizing and like straightening out, or do you think there are further
I think there's
Yeah,
further down. to
further
go.
downward
yeah,
things on-
it's
on the way.
unfortunate. I think it's going to become more and more important that your product is great, that your experience is wonderful, that something is going on. So
Yeah.
I tell you, that's the biggest thing to answer the question from before that you asked me, Cruz.
Wow.
It's about having an event or something that somebody wants to do,
Yeah.
and that's why they come in. So that's more what we're changing that wasn't done before.
Well,
I hear you music playing. Don't you sit there and shake your head at me,
your
Terry.
beer is incredible. It really is. This has been a wonderful show.
I truly appreciate you saying that. I mean it. Really.
Yeah,
It's really good.
And I mean,
I mean,
it.
I don't
This
care
is,
so much when Ian says it.
Right,
Because he'll lie.
what's he going to say? You know,
Exactly.
but thanks so much for being on the show today. We appreciate it, and we will be back with another edition of Smoking and Toasting about a week from now. Thanks to
Once
everybody.
we've recovered from this one.
Yeah, and it may take a while. It's been a fun day. Thank you, everybody, and we'll see you next week, my friends. And as we like to say at the end of the show, cheers, y'all.
Cheers, y'all.
We'll go outside. I know where we can do it. There I go. Yeah,